So, hi everyone, good to be here. So this is our Flash demo. So I'm in the lab, so I'm in the perfect zone to showcase what we are doing. As João was saying, we are just doing some minor prototype displays of things that we have ongoing on Coreflux. And in this case, we'll focus on the language of things, what we are doing inside our broker. So in here we have our OT lab with some PLC devices. In this case, we have a Siemens one, and there is actually a small button, let's say, where we are able to press and we get an input that's changing on the PLC. So I'm going to work with that just to show what we're able to do. So I'm going to share my screen. Just a few minutes. I hope you're all seeing. So I have an MQTT broker running in here, where I have our old hub that was connected to install the connectors that we had in the past. So they are still working. They are actually the backbone of what we develop on Coreflux to bridge OT/IT. And in this case, I have a configured broker to connect to an S7 PLC with just one tag to the topic machine one button. So every time I press the button, I get a small true or false boolean. Just so I turn actually the asset on. So if I go here and I press this, we have true, we have false. So you can see also on the button that this is changing. So very simple example. This will be the place I will be starting on, but this is great. So I have a connector installed, it's working, it's running, but this is only, let's say, data that is completely, that doesn't have any feedback, nothing at all. So we have something right now, which is what we call the lot notebook. So let me just close this. So it runs on VS Code. It's actually an extension. And the idea here is to connect to the broker and have a document that you're able to describe the concept, what the broker is doing, and have code within the document that defines the data and the information that we are putting in. I will start only by the simple example, which is the simple hello world. So what we are doing here, we have a markdown section where we can describe things, and at the same time we have the hello world example. In this case, it's a very simple action that we are providing on every 5 seconds to publish a topic for hello world, in this case, hello from Saturn. So every time I connect to the broker, and I am connected to the MQTT broker, the broker that you have seen, and I hit play, an action is popped into the broker, like a, let's say, like a PLC example. You're able to put a function. You can see it like that, and you have here hello from Saturn. If I change this hello from Earth, I can, the action 5 seconds after will change to that. So you can see that also on the MQTT Explorer. So the broker is running this specific logic for this specific event. It's fairly simple, let's say, nothing fancy, nothing spectacular. You can do it in other applications. But in this case, we can do a second example, let's say. I'm going to put a second example using what we had from the broker. The button that we have. So I'm going to add a code slice, and I'm going to define an action, which I'll be calling test button. So this action will run once the topic, on topic, machine, I think it was machine 1. Let me just check. Machines 1 button. I will publish a topic, and I'll copy the link here with going to do something that we are able to do here, which is get the topic itself that I was already publishing. And I will create not button, it will be a counter. So I'm going to create a counter every time I press the button. So every time I press that button, even if it's true or false, I'm going to do a machine1 count, and I will provide this as an integer, and I will put it +1. So this will sum 1 to the topic that I already have there. So if I click the button, now I've downloaded the action, I click it several times. Every time I press, it goes up and down. So it's going up and down, no, only up, even if I do true or false. I can put it something that I'm able to do if the payload of the button, which is machine1 button, if payload is or equal true, then if it is equal to true, I will, let me open, it will be the only moment, let's say, that we are able to sum. So now if I click true, it will go up, but if I take it out, stays on 15. And the idea here is that we are creating a new information. So based on the change of the button, we are able to create another information. But now, imagine there is an alarm, just a silly example. If machines/1 button bigger than 10, then I'm going to restart the count to 0. So it's going to reset, let's say. And at the same time, it's going to send an alarm saying with alarm count message. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating an alarm every time the counting went to 10. So it was 15 because Coreflux is keeping the topics within the memory. So every time, oh wait, forgot to do something, not button, it should be count. That's why this is a live session. So wait, machines1 count bigger than 10 if, this is a live session, if topic, I was only saying the text. So now it is. So every time I click to 10, it will, not to 10, to 11, it will reset to 0. So I created another information in here. And okay, this is a business logic that I defined for this specific topic structure, but you can imagine this as something that you can extend for the full plant. So this is only working for machine number 1, but if we use the wildcards, I mean, imagine you have machine 1, machine 2, machine 50, machine A, machine 50, or something else, the same logic might be applied. So we can have something that's structured within the broker that runs the specific logic for all the machines. So it's still working for machine number 1, but if I now have a second machine, and I can create a second machine here, and I change it to true, I have the same logic running for that broker, just by creating and using the wildcards on MQTT. Then if I want to have something like an A machine, we are also able to do. And if the machine A reaches the alarm, we all also get the alarm. So what we are able to do, I have something here to show. We are able to create a document that we can put images, markdown, and put a description of everything that we have on the integration. And then we can even add something where we call the schemas. And on the next few Flash demos, we can show how you can use this with databases, how you can put these schemas into what we call routes. But not today. I will focus only on showing, but a small example. But this is an object that's creating a JSON with the system alarm. It's a model that triggers every time a certain machine, in this case, it will be any kind of machine, sends the alarm. So we send a JSON to that specific alarm. So if I start to press now, we get a system alarm message with a JSON creating that alarm message that was specified for machine number one. If I press too many times for machine A, we get the alarm for machine A because it occurred. So this is a concept that we developed. You already can try it. If you go to our website, you can download the Docker, install, not download the Docker, install and put it running. You can get the extension. Is already, you can already try it. But we have something also that we wanted to show, at least some preview, that it's already prepared. So we will have our own MQTT Explorer as well. So we are focusing a lot on creating a concept more as the broker is able to run multiple systems at the same time. You can even use it as a way to create the small HMIs that you're able to spread all over the place if you have TVs or something. This is something that we'll show in the future. The idea here was to just show us a quick preview of what we have on Language of Things, and of course to ask you to check what you have and to try it and to say something regarding that. I hope at least the idea was to be very fast because you have your time, and we didn't want to spend a lot of time, but I'm able to do a couple of one or two questions. If you want to ask, feel free to ask.
So,
Melvin.
yeah, so
I probably need to hear Melvin.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
Melvin. I can hear you now.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the LOT itself is based on SQL, right?
Yeah, the
Or
concept.
the yeah, so let me finish my question. So my question is, now that you showed some examples, but what are the complexities that are available? So, for example, if I don't know C program, then I know all the syntax that are, or the keywords that are available. So just like add, is there a multiply? So for somebody who's new, where can I get all the syntaxes so that I can implement all my ideas that is available for me?
Yeah. So we have. So it's a great question. So to coming up with the idea, yes, it's a little bit like we want it to be something that runs as SQL inside the MQTT broker. So the concept it will not be to make it will not replace clients that you are able to create in terms of you can create your own apps. The idea here is to a way to transform aggregating information and at the same time to provide that information into other systems in a way that is already aggregated and transformed. And you can also separate that information. Coming back to the question that you were saying, because it's two questions. You can get on docs.coreflux.org. We will extend our documentation. We also will be creating a lot of tutorials for this and some content. Also, these examples that we are showing, that we are filming right now, will be able to be checked on YouTube. So we are really going to put this content spread it, and we want also your feedback and what you think about it, because we are still in the phase where we are finalizing the last concepts of Language of Things, but the concept is there. The idea of Language of Things is to become a way to query, aggregate the information in a real-time single source of truth, which is the MQTT broker. I hope I answered your question.
Great, thank you.
Yes. Anyone else, if they want to ask? If not, I will probably, the idea was to do it 15 minutes, just quick demo. But yeah, thank you. We reached the 15-minute mark, so I hope you enjoy it. And at least you can try it, and you will see probably in the next few days other demos as well, and you can check what we are doing. Thank you guys, and bye bye. See you soon.